Hey guys, what is going on? Dylan here. So Crota's End Raid is coming out this Friday, and I want you guys to be the most prepared that you can be. So we're going to start off with doing some weapon testing as far as damage goes, and we're going to focus mainly on rocket launchers for this video. I think that is going to be the heavy weapon of choice. We'll do linear fusions and machine guns in the future, but right now, yeah, just rocket launchers. So what we did was we went to the Grasp of Avarice dungeon to pick on our favorite little ogre. And first up, we are using the Braytech Osprey. So we're going to be doing this King of the Hill style. So basically a rocket does the most damage. It is the King of the Hill. And we're just going to keep replacing from there. You'll see the little graphic I put up at the after the damage phase for each weapon. So this has lasting impression and field prep on it. And this is of course, the adept version of the Braytech. Lasting impression does seem like it packs a pretty good punch. The only downside to that is you have to wait for that explosion. But so we'll go ahead and jump off the edge here. And what damage we got? We got 1,200,000. Oh my god, I can't even see that. 62. What is it? 1,262,960. So that with 10 rockets, that comes out to 126, 127-ish thousand per rocket. Next on our list, we have the Hezen Vengeance. Let me look at my notes here. The Hezen Vengeance that we have, I think it has tracking and Vorpal. Yes, tracking and Vorpal. And you know, this is a classic reliable solar rocket launcher. So I wanted to include that. There are quite a few rocket launchers that I do not include in this video, just because it seems kind of like a moot point. So we did our damage with the Hezen Vengeance, jumping off, and we got 1,279,350 if my eyes are working correctly, which makes that our new leader, doing about 128,000 damage per rocket. Next on our list, we have the Code Duello, a classic, an old rocket launcher, but I was curious. So, of course, I'm using the applicable surge mods. I'm using ammo reserves to get a full 10 rockets, 9 for certain ones, and then lunafactions with a well. And I am running this solo for the purposes of this experiment. So this Code Duello had lasting impression on it and field prep. And this one did 1,286,430, which is actually really surprising. I did not expect this to do more than the Hezen Vengeance, but that is our new leader. And you can see there. Next on our list, we got the Red Herring. Now, this is a crafted Red Herring. This only has 9 rockets. It cannot hold 10. Has lasting impression and ambitious assassin. Then, of course, impact casing and volatile launch. And so, yeah, so you're going to see something really cool with the Red Herring. So it depends on where your value lies. So, yes, not 10 rockets, has 9 rockets. So you already know that the DPS isn't quite going to be all that great. But with 9 rockets, this thing still managed to do 1,273,572. Now, with 9 rockets, that actually gives it the most damage per rocket so far that we've done at almost 142,000. So keep that in mind if you have a quick damage phase. Not a bad option at all. Next on our list, we have Roar of the Bear. This is the Iron Banner rocket launcher. Was curious to see how this one did. We have Vorpal and Field Prep on this one, and of course, Impact Casing of Volatile. This one does hold 10 rockets. And then, of course, you can see right there that you can see the damage numbers that are popping up. We're doing about 118,000 per rocket. So you kind of know where we're going with damage on this. Which is going to be 1,188,860. Now, obviously, the numbers for this are going to get better with, say, Galley or Tractor or any sort of debuffs, but we just want to start with a baseline. So here we have Hothead, and of course, we have our 6 Explosive Light. We made sure to max out all of those perks that these can come with. So this is a Hothead. This is an Adept Hothead with Field Prep, Explosive Light. Now, this does suffer a little bit because I don't have Impact Casing for mine. So just the numbers will go up slightly with impact casing. But you fire all 6 of your explosive light shots and go ahead and jump off the edge here. And then our Hothead is going to do 1,336,326, our new King of the Hill. With almost 134,000 damage per rocket. obviously explosive light, or I mean, a Hothead is going to be a great option. Here we have the Apex Pred. All right, now I made a mistake here, and I'll rectify this later, but I did Recon and Explosive Light. And you're going to know in a little bit why this is a problem. Now, obviously, with Recon, you can go ahead and swap to another weapon and get your 2 rockets back. So DPS might be different, but we're not doing that here. So yeah, this was Explosive Light and Recon with Impact Casing Volatile. We did 1,276,532, which puts us in our 4th place spot. Now, we're going to revisit the Apex Predator later on in this video, and you'll see why in a little bit. So here we have the new Semiotician. Is that what it's called? Rocket launcher? I'm probably pronouncing that way wrong. This has Explosive Light and Impulse Amplifier on it. And then, of course, this is a crafted version, and it's got the enhanced perks and things like that. So we got 7 Explosive Light for those crafted weapons. If you have the enhanced perk, you get 7 Explosive Light shots instead of 6. And then obviously our strand mods, our surge mods, things like that. And 1,268,556 or 8, I can't tell, whatever. Apparently we put 55 or 58, I'm sorry, which is not all that great. But here we have a bait and switch Cold Comfort. Now, if you can see here with Envious Assassin, I just fired off 5 rockets. So we got the 4 rockets for Envious Assassin, and then its intrinsic perk where it lets you do a free reload, basically, which allows us to fire off 5 rockets in quick succession. This would be my pick. So reproc that bait and switch. Does about 160,000 damage per rocket. Yeah, this has Envious Assassin and Bait and Switch, and I think I have Impact Casing on this as well. Yes, I do. Impact Casing on that as well. And that did 1,540,898 damage. Our obvious new king, which is about 154,000 per rocket. That is going to be tough to beat. Here, I know we're not going to beat it. I just want to see what kind of damage numbers we would get out of it, but this is going to be the Gjallarhorn. I ran this, and oh, by the way, I did run all of these multiple times to get most consistent numbers I could, and then I took basically the highest run because I know my damage phases can sometimes be kind of ass. But for certain weapons, it was very consistent across the board. So for Gjallarhorn, I did this, 4 or 5 times and got the same exact damage numbers every single time. So I'm very confident that these are accurate, at least for Gjallarhorn. Now, for bait and switch and things like that, you might be able to squeeze a little bit more. So 1,021,980 damage for the Gjallarhorn. So a lot less, but I think it's important to still at least have one of those for, obviously, those Wolfpack rounds. So here's Season 21, Two-Tailed Fox. And I just want to show the difference in damage because they changed the catalyst. So instead of those last 2 rockets coming out at the same time, they now come out as a 1, 2, 3 instead of a 1 and then 2, 3. If that makes sense. So this was Season 21. I just want to show this. This was 1,640,000 damage. Now, moving on to current season. Now I'm showing you the current season, and you can see there how the catalyst is a little bit different. It fires 1, 2, 3. This was the best run that I could get in like 10 runs. The rockets fire so slow that they basically ruined Two-Tailed Fox. Two-Tailed Fox was the highest damaging rocket launcher that I did in my testing in Season 21. Season 22, you'll see I don't know how much of this last rocket hit, so I have a range as far as damage per rocket. But this was the best run that I could get in 10. See, a lot of immunes there. So I jump off, and you will see the damage here. It's extremely disappointing because this was a beast of a rocket, and now it's just really not that great. 1,272,068 damage. Very, very mid, honestly. But I didn't fire that last rocket off, so who knows? And there's kind of where I'm thinking as far as damage goes, but I don't think that last rocket hit a lot, so... no, here we have the Apex Predator again, but this time with bait and switch. I wanted to give this one a fair chance. I don't know why I wasn't using Apex or bait and switch on my Apex Predator, but we went ahead and fixed that. So here's a run with Apex Predator, bait and switch, and reconstruction. Now, the thing that this suffers from is Cold Comfort is the king. Grind out Ghost the Deep. Try to get you a Cold Comfort with bait and switch and Envious. Just do that right off the gate. That's what I'm going to tell you. So here we have the damages for that, and this went up to 1.381 million. What the hell did I just say? 1,381,162. So a huge improvement. So this is what it looked like before, and then Apex Spread is going to go shoop, up to the top there. So second place. So Cold Comfort, then Apex Spread, then Hothead. So if you don't have a bait and switch rocket launcher, Hothead will be just fine. But I would recommend grinding Ghost of the Deep to try to get one of those cold comfort rocket launchers. And then, of course, someone use Gjallarhorn for the Wolfpack rounds, and damage will just get better from there. So let me know if you guys have any questions or comments, and I will talk to y'all later.